You miss her?
Oh yeah, every second of every day.
Seriously, Lilith, how could you leave him? And if you don't want him, can I have him? And this season's premiere is way better than the first one. It doesn't even compare, cause with season 1, the first episode felt like a second episode after the pilot. The pacing was all over the place, not to mention whatever episode 2 was, and I don't blame vivziepop for that. They did pretty well with what they were given. But this season, oh, we're off to a good start. So, episode 1. It takes place a month after the finale, and it showcased the reaction of sinners towards the hotel and the plans that the V's have for the future after the battle with the exorcists. Starting with the hotel and Charlie, while winning the battle against the angels and killing Adam have garnered the hotel a positive reputation among sinners, and it made them eager to join, it wasn't for the right reasons, and instead of seeking redemption, they went there to form an army to kill more angels. And that's all they seem to care about, and Charlie wasn't ready to talk about any of that since she's still dealing with the aftermath of the battle and losing Sir Pentious. But she had a talk with her dad, Lucifer, who is really hot. And it was adorable, it helped her a lot, so she told everyone who wasn't there to get redeemed to leave, which ended up being everyone, so they all left except for Baxter, but he was only there to study redemption, not to get redeemed himself. And he's a little cutie. I'm so glad we finally got to see him, and I'm loving him so far. He seems fun, and now with the rest of the Hazbin crew. Alistair is still the same, and I love him for that. Angel is finally more open to talk about his problems. Husk is like 10% nicer than he was before, but you can tell he genuinely cares. And Cherry is still thinking about Sir Pentious and his confession, and I'm not really sure, but I think she likes him back. Again, I'm not sure. And Veggie is trying to change her name and she sucks at it. She had the sweet moment with Charlie, and the characters are actually interacting with each other and having moments together in the same episode, which is what I've been craving this whole time. But again, I don't blame vivziepop, I blame A24. You made another fucking movie about how killing Iraqis made your fucking soldiers sad in fucking 2025, but you won't give Hazbin Hotel more than 8 episodes this season? Fuck you! Anyway, with that out of my system, let's talk about the V's. They, or more like Vox, are planning to take over heaven now that they know that even archangels like Adam can be killed. And we got to see a glimpse into his past life, and he was a cult leader. Points for the fans who headcanoned him as a televangelist, I guess. But I have to say, while it was obvious to me that Vox was egotistical, he never struck me as a guy with a god complex. But I can't say I'm surprised. Either way, he's campaigning against the hotel and Charlie, although I think it's more to urge her to join him, and also because he hates Alistair. But I know that they will go there to visit the hotel themselves in the future, so I look forward to that. Now to episode 2, Storyteller, and it's the best one so far. It's really good. A massive improvement from season 1. I know I said this a lot, but it's just true. Anyway, it starts with a trial to decide the fate of Sir Pentious. With Emily celebrating his redemption, Sarah denying redemption altogether, and Lute wanting to kill him to avenge Adam, which I will get back to in a minute, and the rest of the council freaking out and fearing an uprising in hell, cause they've given them every reason to kill them, and they all blame Sarah, which is why she kept denying the possibility of redemption, because that would mean that she needlessly killed thousands upon thousands of souls that could have been redeemed. She has so much blood on her hands that she simply can't accept it, until she showed up.
I'm known as the Speaker of God.
Which could be a reimagining of the angel Gabriel, but he's the messenger of God, not the speaker, and there isn't one called that in Christianity, so I think she's original to the Helliverse, But anyway, she tells Pentious to confess his sins, and we got to see him when he was a human, and he was adorable, dare I say handsome, and his sin is that he witnessed Jack the Ripper kill someone and never said anything. He could have stopped him and saved his other victims, but he didn't. So he ended up in hell. And honestly, I don't know what I was expecting, but I think this is actually fitting for Sir Pentious. For one, it matches his design. He's covered in eyes so that he will never be able to turn a blind eye towards anyone. And two, he was never the evil type. He was always trying so hard to be evil and failing miserably, so this sin fits him perfectly. Now, whether it's deserved or not is exactly what the show's commentary is about. But still, we know from Helluva that one single mistake, one sin, is enough to send you to hell. And Sir Pentious' action, or rather inaction, cost people their lives. He had the choice to act or not, and he chose not to, and for that he was damned. But in hell, when he was faced with the same choice, he chose to act, even at the expense of his own life, and that earned him his redemption. But he's still a snake with eyes everywhere though, and that's because, despite whatever anyone says, the show never argued that sinners don't deserve hell. Just that those who regret what they've done, those who want to be better, to do better, deserve a second chance. Their sins cannot be undone. The harm they've caused will always be there, but they can atone for their sins through their actions. Now look me in the eye and tell me that NZs or pedos have any remorse. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even the crew. Angel is a prostitute and Husk is a gambling addict. Those are people that society shuns and dismisses, people that Charlie is trying to help, like she should. So I really hate these bad faith arguments. But anyway, I think I should go back to the main subject and talk about Lut. And she's not okay. Cause it seems like she's the only one who cares about Adam's death. Even Abel wasn't as upset. Mainly because he's, well, Adam.
Call me Dickmaster.
Nope, never. Although in Abel's case, it's a little more complicated than that. Cause on one hand, that's his father. But on the other hand, he's awful. But anyway, Lut kept demanding that they kill Pentious, even arguing with the speaker, but she was quickly put in her place by Sarah. But that wasn't enough to make her give up her revenge plans. And she even starts to hallucinate Adam.
You're alive?
But the most surprising thing to me is that Lut had feelings for Adam. Romantic feelings. And she's devastated now that he's gone and she never got to tell him.
I never got to tell you that.
You think I didn't already know?
Did you?
And yeah, I knew she cared for him. I just never thought it was that much. Even after Gravity was released, I was still on the fence about it. But yeah, they actually confirmed it. Now about Adam, I think he probably knew to an extent. But either way, I don't think she expected he would reciprocate, nor that she cared. And if you're surprised she liked him at all, need I remind you that Adam is handsome? And about the misogyny, well, he didn't act like that towards her. In fact, she seems to be the only woman Adam actually respects. So it's not really that surprising. Although I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I'm going to kill every last one of them.
Oh yeah, she wants to kill every sinner in hell. Well, this should be fun. Anyway, Sarah realizes that she should also atone for her sins and asks the speaker for what she should do. And she gives her a pretty vague answer, which can be bad, but for now she doesn't want more killings, so she just closed off heaven. We also saw Lilith again, but I still have no idea what's going on. You can't even tell if she actually misses her family or not, just that she was relieved when Lut changed her mind about sending her to hell. And Pentious misses his friends and feels out of place in heaven, But Emily was there to cheer him up and keep him company. She's a sweetheart, I love her, but her efforts weren't enough. But at least Charlie knows that Pentious is alive and that redemption is possible. So all in all, these episodes were amazing. We finally got to see the full potential of the show now that it finally has time to breathe. And I couldn't be happier. I really can't wait for next week. Or maybe I can, cause I feel like someone is gonna die. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.